Greetings, brothers and sisters. Hello and welcome back to Eva's House of Spirit. For those of you who don't know, I'm Eva, and today I want to talk about a form of divination that is relatively new. Some of you may have heard of this, you may know of it, but those of you who know of it might not know what it's actually called. And for those of you who don't know anything about this, you might be interested to try this out, to learn about it. So I'm going to talk about lyricomancy. People who practice lyricomancy, they usually do so intentionally, but it is possible to experience or to have experiences with lyricomancy by pure chance. That's happened to me, but I've also done it intentionally in the past. Before I even get into that, let me explain what lyricomancy is, for those of you who might not be aware of it. Lyricomancy, the definition of lyricomancy is divination by musical lyrics. Most people who practice this, they will do so by utilizing either their iPod, their iTunes, or any other MP3 player or MP3 playing, application on their computer. If you got something that plays MP3s, you can do lyricomancy. But it is also possible to use radio stations for this. But let me go back to the to the MP3 players. Generally what is done is before you turn it on, before you turn your MP3 player on, you ask a question, or you have a question in your mind. It can be pretty much any question. And then you set your MP3 player to shuffle, and the first song that comes on will reveal to you insight into what it is you've asked. Now, how you would do it with a radio station, you do it pretty similarly, only you're not utilizing a shuffle tool, you're utilizing pure chance. The universe will see to it that the song you need to hear will come on. What you do is, before you turn on your radio, you ask a question. And the first song you hear will have insight into what you have asked. So that's what lyricomancy is, and that's how you would practice it. Now, I've noticed, especially recently, usually on my way to work, because usually that's when I listen to the radio the most, I will often turn on the radio, and the lyrics in the songs that come on, it's funny, but they seem to, as of late for me, they seem to sort of foreshadow things, or they seem to give me insight into things that have kind of just been on my mind, before I turn on the radio. It's not that I intentionally have asked questions, but I have noticed this. It's something that's been going on for a little while now. It's sort of almost synchronistic in a way, but you might want to try this. You may want to try either using an MP3 player or application, setting it to shuffle, try to see, in asking questions, try to see what comes up for you. Or you could use the radio in much the same way. I just thought I would come on and mention this for those that, again, may not know what it's called, lyricomancy, or those who might not have heard of this form of divination. I think it's pretty cool. I think it's worth a shot. If you've never tried lyricomancy, you may want to give it a shot. There are people that it's like their go-to divinatory method, What else did I want to say? Honestly, I knew of this divinatory method, but before making this video, I searched high and low all over the internet, and where I found the name for what it's called, It's funny, I actually found it in passing in a Smashwords article. It was actually an interview with an author, and in one of her books, one of the characters is a lyricomancer. So I was like, oh, that's what it's called. That's what it's called. I could, because I was throwing around terms, looking for definitions. So I finally put in lyricomancy. What is lyricomancy? And finally, that word matched that little impassing part of that article. And I actually have it up here on the screen. And let me see if I can scroll down and read to you the actual sentence. And this is an interview with an author by the name of Elizabeth Connell. Her last name is spelled Conall. And the little spot in passing in this article that mentions this is this little section here, this little sentence in Lee or Leah, Leah. I guess that's Leah. I don't know. I'm just gonna say it how I'm gonna say it. Forgive me. In Leah Farsighted, Leah is a lyricomancer, someone who uses songs and the shuffle function on her MP3 player as a divination tool. And then it goes on, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, so that's how I found the actual term for this form of divination. I was actually thinking for a while about making this video. I was thinking for a while that I wanted to tell you all about how recently, I found a lot of insight on the radio, and I thought, well, while I'm at it, I should just talk about lyricomancy as a whole. I know this is a little bit of a short video. I'm looking down at my timer. I'm only about 8-ish minutes in. But you know what? I think that's pretty much all I have for you. I am curious, though, have any of you practiced this before? And if so, if you want to share some of your experiences with lyricomancy, that would be really cool to discuss in the comments below. If you have any questions or anything else, though, you'd like to share or bring forth, or any suggestions, other suggestions, how maybe you might utilize lyricomancy in a specific way, or any recommendations on your techniques, things that you might say, okay, I do this, I recommend you try this method or this technique in pursuing the practice of lyricomancy. Hey, I welcome that too in the comments below. And with that said, I'm going to wish you blessed be and ashe. You have a great night. And until next time, until our next exchange, you stay awesome. And I hope you find some awesome, awesome insight in lyricomancy, should you try it. Bye-bye for now.